Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. When we are no longer able to change a situation, we are challenged to change yourself. If we have suffered a failure in the past and we are worrying about that, so we should stop worrying about that. Rather, because we cannot change that, rather we should start working in ourselves and we should change ourselves. We should become a better person, we should become an improved person. And that's possible only when we develop new skills, when we develop new knowledge, when we read new books, when we meet new people, when we visit new places. There are two circles in our life. One is circle of influence and the second one is a circle of concern. So what is the circle of influence? In the circle of influence, we have the things which we can control. The things like our thoughts, our actions, our financial conditions, and our physical conditions. These things are in our control. We can change it, we can improve it. In the circle of concerns are the things which we cannot control, like weather condition, economy, traffic, behavior of other people. So these things we cannot control. Our market price, these are not in our control. Worrying about the past and future is not in our control. Living in the present moment is in our control. Now, those people who live in the circle of influence, they are proactive, they are better, they live better life, they live happier life, and they live successful life. On the other hand, those people who live in the circle of concern, they are always reactive, they are always sad, they are upset, they are angry, and they cannot live a great life. Now, we should live in the circle of influence in order to live a great life. Living in the circle of influence is a skill and we can develop it. There are certain tips, if we follow it in our daily life, so we can start living our life in the circle of influence. Tip number one is we should know our purpose in life. What is the purpose of our life? We should be clear about it. We should have some clear goals in our life. We should have some clear targets in our life. We should know about our destiny, our direction, the things we want to do, and the targets we want to achieve. So, when it is clear, then we will live in the circle of influence. Secondly, we should break our limiting beliefs. Sometimes we develop beliefs like, I cannot do it, I cannot achieve something, this is impossible. So, this is limiting belief. We should break it and we should start believing in ourselves. We should make small commitments and we should keep it. When we start making small commitments like getting up early in the morning, or starting exercise, or taking care of ourselves, so we should keep these commitments. So this is how we will start living in the circle of influence. We should develop a growth mindset. Growth mindset means there is always room for improvement and I can improve myself and I can become a better person and I can achieve my goals in my life. This is growth mindset. So the people who have growth mindset, they live in the circle of influence. The next important tip is networking. We should develop networking with like-minded people or with the people who have the same goals in their lives. If we are working in any area of our life, any field we want to improve, we want to be a master of that area. So we should be in contact with people of that profession or that field. So we will capitalize on their experiences and their useful information, and this is how it will become easy for us to achieve our goals. Another important tip is be positive. Whatever happens in our life, we should not lose hope and we should always be positive and we should look at the bright aspect of things and the bright aspect of life. So this is how we will live our life in the circle of influence. Another important tip is accept your faults and be quick to correct it. So if we have any faults, we must accept it and we must be quick to correct it, because if we don't correct it, so later on it can create problem for us. And when we correct our faults, so we will become a better person, with improved person with the passage of time. If we want to live in the circle of influence, then we must stop worrying about people. We must stop worrying about things which happen in the past or will happen in the future, or the things which we cannot control. So this is how we will live in the circle of influence. We should plan all of our activities. When we plan all of our activities, so this is how we will live in the circle of influence. Even early in the morning, we should plan our day, that what are my goals for the day, what are my objectives for the day. So when we are clear about that, so this is how we live in the circle of influence. Now there are some other benefits of living in the circle of influence, like if when we live in the circle of influence, so we will have more control of our life. Secondly, we will have more impact on the things which we do, and we will be more happy with each passing day. We will become more happier with each passing day. So these are the great benefits of living in the circle of influence, and therefore we must start living in the circle of influence by acting upon all these steps. When we apply these steps in your practical life, so slowly and gradually we will develop this skill. I would like to conclude with this beautiful quotation. I would like to conclude with this beautiful quotation. Be a light, not a judge. Be a model, not a critic. Be a part of the solution, not a problem. Thank you so much for watching till the very end. Stay happy, stay blessed.